Hello, this is Angelia with today's wisdom. Today's wisdom comes from Daily Ohm. Small wonders, little things that make you happy. Me and my husband says it's the little things because he thinks it's funny that just like little things make me happy. I don't want, a Mercedes. I don't want to go shopping in Macy's unless they got something I like. It's the little things, the things I like that make me happy. And we're all pretty much like that. Life is full of little wonders that can make us happy. The sound of a baby's laughter, and I love that. To me, there's like no happier sound than a baby laughing because, they just laugh from the inside out. It's just bubbles up, and, that's just great to me. A good book, and I don't know, sometimes you can kind of see, depending on what camera's going on, I got a bunch of books over here. My little library. It's a very small library. I hope to have a bigger one someday. And they can just be lined up one without stacking. But, love my books. The comforting smell of a favorite old sweatshirt. Never had that appeal to me. And the warmth from a cup of hot tea are simple pleasures that can easily put smiles on our faces. Now, I have a cup of tea in the morning, and then sometimes later on in the day I'll have more tea. I love my tea. I'm hoping to have a tea room in my retiring house someday, and decorate that with my teacups and my teapots and everything. That's the goal. You gotta have goals. These little things are easily accessible to us and can be sources for finding happiness. And that's what I say, to people. Every time you're thinking about something bad, think about 3 good things, in your life. Because the world is pretty negative, and there's another team that's trying to get you to think in a negative way. So you need to try and overcome that. When you're thinking about something bad, think about 3 things that are good. Because I guarantee you, if you start counting your blessings at night before you go to bed, all the good things that happen to you, you'll realize you're pretty well blessed. A key to doing so is taking the time to put those rose-colored glasses from childhood back on so you can easily find the joy in all the little things that life has to offer. And if you remember being a kid, and I remember being a kid, and usually it was not when I was out playing with friends and, at school and things like that, there was a lot that made me happy, because at home, we weren't really allowed to be happy, so, But finding a puppy rummaging through the laundry basket, that would not make me happy. I'd be like, what are you doing? Trying on that perfect shade of lipstick. Now, that is a good feeling for those of us women. When you find one that perfectly matches your lips, or that even makes you feel good. I used to wear, a shade of purple that just made me feel good because I thought I looked good in it. That I wouldn't wear nowadays, but back then I did. Or discovering the extra change you left in your back pocket can turn into moments of delight. And I remember a winter coat, and my mother had given me a $20 bill, and I put it in my coat, and I didn't really need it for anything, and I forgot about it. And then it got cold one day, in the spring, and I brought the coat back out and I got in the pocket, and hey, there was $20, and I needed the $20 at that point. So that did make me happy, and that's something that can happen every now and then. Like kids digging in the sandbox for buried trinkets, we may even begin to experience happiness when we engage in the seemingly mundane. And we all have chores we have to do. There are mundane things we have to do, unless you want your house to fall apart. I've learned my house don't have to be perfect because I'm not capable of keeping it perfect anymore. I have a priority of good enough. I have a priority list. These are things that need to be done every day. These are things that you should probably do once a week or once a season, a month, whatever. The days of my mother where you could probably eat off her floor, literally, I can't keep up with that. I can't do it. So I don't try anymore. There was a period of time where I was beating myself up all the time because I felt like I had to do it, but then I couldn't do it. I would have to take breaks. I would be sore. I would be crying. And so now it's just like, here's what I can do. And that's what I do. Figuring out a software program can feel like deciphering a treasure map. And that first sip of tea in the morning can taste like a forbidden delicacy. Now, I don't know about that unless, like, around Christmas time, someone had got me some chocolate tea. And that was that felt pretty, you know, naughty, but it wasn't, so. Swaying to music playing on the radio can turn into an interpretive jig. Riding a bike can seem like flying to the moon. And of course, I can't ride a bike anymore. It hurts my pelvis too much. Last time I tried, it just, no, my pelvis was like, no, we're not having this anymore. And getting a phone call from that special someone can feel like winning the lottery. A pickup game of basketball becomes an exciting match among champions. And I used to play basketball, and I used to be pretty good at hitting free throws. I amazed my kids out there in the yard one time when we were out there, and they were like, "How could you do that?" I was like, "I used to do it." My friends used to have me do the free throws, and I just could chart the angle. And maybe that's what my son got that from me for soccer, and he could chart the angle on where he needed to kick the ball to get it, into the goal. And observing an elderly couple walking hand in hand can turn into a meditation on peace and contentment. And my husband do that. We when we see old people holding hands, we look at each other and go, oh, because that's our goal, is to grow old together and be sitting in our rocking chairs in front of our big windows or on our porch and just kind of look at each other and shake our hands, smile, knowing, we're happy and it was all good. When we begin rediscovering that the little things in life can make us happy, we naturally want to share this joy with others. And you do, and this is why I bother to, make these videos, is to, kind of share some hope, some positivity, a little wisdom with you fellas and ladies. I use fellas generically, but I don't offend anybody. I'm not a fella. But, we may gush over a friend when we run into them unexpectedly, and I'm guilty of that. I've made people uncomfortable. Oh my gosh, hey, how are you doing? Oh, I'm okay. And you can tell, it's like, I haven't seen you in 20, but to me, I'm one of them people, if I haven't seen you in 20 years and then I'm running into you in the mall or something, there's no time that has passed. I don't feel awkward about it. To me, you're just, we picking up where we left off, I'm just one of those kind of people. Praise a street musician for their talents. And I'll do that. I'll tell people, that I see, I think it's a good thing to praise people because a lot of people don't get praise. That's like, I have these rainbow shoes that I wore last night, and the person said to me, "I hate your shoes, they're so bright," and I could tell, all right, well, you're a negative person, whatever. And then another person was like, "Oh my gosh, I love your shoes, they're so cute." So that's the person I listen to, not the other person. But blow bubbles for the neighborhood kids to chase. We actually used to do that on the porch. My youngest son loved bubbles. And of course the other kids from around the neighborhood would see, this, and of course they'd want to be involved in this too, because nobody was watching them anyway. We may even start to think of the little things we can do to make other people happy. And we do. We like to make other people happy if you're a happy person. Now, if you're a miserable person, you're probably going to like to make other people miserable. But I'm a happy person, and basically, just was born that way. I can get jaded and have a little edge to me too if you kind of rub me the wrong way. But in general, I'm a happy person. I like being happy. Which in turn makes us happy all over again. And that does. I like to buy little things, little gifts for my family, and do nice things for them that I think they'd appreciate, because I enjoy that. There's an endless supply of little things and little moments that can make us happy. And all you got to do is start noticing those. Let yourself be happy. When some little just makes you happy, let yourself be happy. Don't feel like you're silly. Because I had someone tell me, I feel silly. No, it's okay. It's okay to feel happy about little things. Don't feel like you're silly or too emotional or whatever. You are who you are. Be happy. All we have to do is look for them, and they'll magically start to appear. Um, and it's not magic, it's a blessing. You've been blessed by the Lord with things that can make you happy. And all you got to do is stop being miserable and negative and start paying attention, because that's how you find out things. So when you find little things that make you happy, realize that's a small wonder. It might even be a little miracle in your day, to kind of please you and make you happy. I put a little more positivity onto you, because the world is a negative place, and the other team's trying to make you miserable. So the universe or God, whatever your belief system is letting you know, hey, I'm here and I love you, and here's a little something to make you happy. Think about it. Please like or share this so we can spread this wisdom around the world. If you want to help me out, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to help me out even more, go to my Patreon page and become a patron. That's all for now. Until next time.